Welcome to Lesson 18 Vocab Video 1. We are going to be reading the story called A Tree is Growing, and we need to be ready to understand some of the words that you will see and know the meanings of them. We are going to start with the word pollen. Read these words along with me and the sentence, please. Pollen. This bee carries pollen from flower to flower, which helps seeds grow. What does it mean? Pollen is a fine powder that is made by flowers. It is used to make seeds. For the think about it and talk it over sections of each vocabulary and context card, I would like you to pause the video and talk it over with your learning adult. Then you can join me when you're done. Bees and other insects carry pollen from flower to flower. How do you think that they carry the pollen? Point to the words that have to do with pollen. Tell a partner how each of these words is related to pollen. Read along with me. Store. A baobab tree can store or keep lots of water in its trunk. When you store things, you put them away until you need them. What types of food do you store in a refrigerator? What types of food do you store in a cupboard? Why do you store different things in each? Read the list below. Think about where you can store each item. You can copy the chart onto a sheet of paper or just discuss your answers with your learning adult. Clumps. The flowers on some trees grow in clumps or bunches. Clumps are small groups of things, such as plants or flowers, that grow close together. Where have you seen clumps of flowers? Why do you think they were growing in clumps? Read each sentence. Try the word clumps in the blank space. Decide whether the sentence makes sense, and discuss with your learning partner at home. Passages. A leaf has small passages or tubes that allow water to spread all over. A passage is a long, thin tube or hole that air and liquid can flow through. Where in your body are the passages that allow you to breathe? Why are these passages important? Use the questions below to think about the meaning of passages. Talk your answers over with your learning partner at home. Absorb. A plant's roots absorb water. They soak it up. When objects absorb a liquid, they soak it up. Think about the last time you used something to absorb a spilled liquid. What did you use to absorb the spill? Think about objects that absorb liquid and objects that don't. You can make a chart or just discuss the answers with your learning partner at home. Throughout. Sap passes throughout a tree. It travels to every part. If something is found throughout an area, it is found all over the area. You can find cars throughout the city. What are other things that you can find throughout the city? Read each sentence. Try the word throughout in the blank space. Decide if the sentence makes sense and discuss your answers. Coverings. Different kinds of trees have different coverings or outer layers. Coverings are outside layers of objects that protect what is underneath. What are some different coverings that you have seen on walls? Why do you suppose there are different coverings in different places? Choose a room in your home. On a piece of paper, draw a picture of the room. Then copy the chart below. List items from the room that have coverings, such as a sofa, pillows, or walls, and complete the chart in your room and discuss with your learning partner. Spines. Many kinds of cacti are covered in sharp spines. Spines are long, sharp points on a plant or animal's body. What trees or plants have you seen that have spines? What should you think about before touching a plant with spines? Use the questions below to think about the meanings of spines. Talk about your answers with a partner. Tropical. Some plants grow in warm, damp, tropical climates near the equator. Tropical weather is hot and wet weather that is found in places near the equator. Think about a picture that you've seen of a tropical island or rainforest. Tell about this tropical place. Think about the kinds of plants that grow in a tropical place. You can use an encyclopedia to help you. Then think about the kinds of plants that grow in the area near you. Are there kinds of plants that grow in both places? Use a Venn diagram like the one below and put the plants in the correct place. Dissolve. If you add salt to water, it will dissolve or mix with the water. When solids dissolve, they mix completely with a liquid. Think about a time when you saw a solid dissolve into a liquid. Tell what happened. Choose words from the box to complete the sentence frame. Then write the completed sentence on a separate sheet of paper. Repeat to create different sentences. You can also just discuss this with the learning partner at home. While you're reading your text this week, the vocabulary words will be highlighted in yellow just like on each card. You can have further practice with your vocabulary words in each investigation lesson for this week.